Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. There once was a ship that put to sea, and the name of the ship was the Billy of Tea. The winds blew hard, her bow dipped down, oh blow me bully boys blow. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go.
A few moments later.
Well, hello everybody. Good to see you. Got a lot of people in here. Wow. Let's see. Hello, Chris Miller. Hope you're doing well. Hello, Moon Rain. Good to see you, sweetheart. Hi, Angie B. I know, honey. It's this time of the year is the worst. Hello, Cool Gamer. Good to see you as always, sweetie. That girl, I hope you're doing well. I love your videos, by the way. And hello, Mount Violet, my sweetheart. I love you. And good to see you, Real Gypsy. I'm glad you guys are here. Well, thank you, Mount Violet. Yeah, I don't feel like camming up. I mean, I could. You could see how bad of a hair day I'm having. But I just wanted to stop in and say hello. It's been a rough week or so for me. Was diagnosed with something new that's been very painful. I think I'm on the mend though. It's starting to feel better. I just have a spot on my back now that needs to go away. But the energy's coming back. My breathing's better. And yeah, I just wanted to come in and see how you guys were doing. Believe it or not, I do miss you guys. I see you from time to time in other people's chat, but like I always say, this is my time to hang out with you guys, my time just for myself. And my channel is what I feel as like what it would be to go to a friend's house and hang out and just chat and have a few laughs and, go from there. The intro that you saw, which I thought was hilarious, was no other than my best friend Cushy who made that. I thought it was something that might put a smile on your face. It certainly puts a smile on my face because a lot of days I feel like that little groundhog screaming. I don't know if you all seen that, but it's cute. And so I gotta figure out one that would be like a good intro, like what lives that would be good for, because she's made me some really nice intros, and I love them all. But yeah, I don't. If you guys want to see it again, let me know. It's quite funny, and I have a little outro to go with it too. You guys will see at the end of the live. But yeah, I love her artwork. She's very talented. Um, I'm sure most of you know her and are subscribed to her, but if not, please check her out. She's pretty cool. Hello, Liberator. How are you, sweetheart? I know you've had a long day at the doctor's. I hope things are moving in the right direction for you guys. It's, I tell you, this winter has just kicked us in the gut with all these different viruses and things that are going around. It's, you know, seems to go in waves and whatnot. But I do, pray for everyone that I know and care about. I know what it's like to struggle with health, you know. So if anybody needs prayers, just let me know. I would be honored to pray for you. And there's, I believe, a lot of power in prayer. But yeah, just checking in to see how you guys were doing. I don't expect this to be a long live. I always do have my StreamYard pinned, in case anybody would like to come up and chat. And yeah, I am thinking, hello, Chris. Good to see you, sweetie. I am thinking about doing a poetry live like I posted on one of my community posts the other day. I would really, really enjoy, for those who enjoy literature and poetry and whatnot, to be there. And I would love to hear from you. Um, I'm going to grab a few of my favorite poetry books and go through them and pick out some poems to read. I know poetry is not everybody's cup of tea, but it's a little something that I like to do. Um, so I will give like at least a day's notice when I decide to do that. I am not going to make any promises. Um, yeah, but that's something I'm looking forward to. Um, so how's the weather been for you guys? You been doing okay? I know a lot of people has gotten snow, a lot of rain, wind, and all that crappy stuff. We missed the last snowstorm, but apparently we're in for another one, I think, come tomorrow. Um, so fingers crossed we don't get what they're talking about. I know it's to be expected, especially when you live up north and whatnot. But yeah, I'm not looking forward to it. Oh, Brad, I'm telling you what, boy, I felt so terrible yesterday. I felt so bad. You can ask a few of my friends. I'm like, Brad went live an hour ago and I missed it. I told him I'd be there. I wasn't getting no notifications. And I'd be waiting on you, listening, because I've been in this rabbit hole since I've been sick. I've been watching like all kinds of interrogation videos and whatnot. So I was listening to that, doing stuff around the house, and it would end, and I'm thinking, okay, let's see, is he gonna go live? And then I see Well, he was live almost an hour ago. I'm like, oh, are you kidding me? What the heck? So finally last night I unsubscribed and then I subscribed right back up. So hopefully that will do the trick. I'll tell you what, I feel horrible because I try to support all my friends, all the people I care about, regardless of what others think about them. It doesn't matter. What matters is how I feel about them. And I am there to support anybody um, that can not show hate and show kindness and humanity and all the good things in life that's supposed to be. I am there for it. I know, but I'm telling you what, Brad, I felt horrible. I'm like, damn it. I keep missing his lives. But yeah, I'm just starting to feel better, and I really wanted to come in and see how you guys were doing. See if you guys had anything going on, so we could look forward to. Like I said, I want to do a poetry live here soon. I'm still doing, and I will continue to do my scriptures and prayers for the day. And I really, really hope, in some small measure, that they're helping. Because I know, everybody's struggling. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter what walk of life you're from. You're struggling. And so I do hope that it gives you some sense of encouragement. And if there's anything I can do, um, if you need someone to talk to, I'm there. I mean, I certainly can't help anybody financially, but I think that helping others really not only changes the world around you, but it helps you out when you're going through things too. I look forward to that. Aw, that's good. I know, I seen that, Brad, like an hour later. I'm almost your first like. Oh, thank you, Mount Violet. There's a lot. Mornings are really, really, really hard on me, but I don't know how to explain it. It's just something I felt led to do. I'm trying to get closer in my faith, and it says in the Bible to spread God's word, and that's in my small way of doing it. And you never know, it might go further one day, and I hope it does. I would love to help people out. I had this idea, and I didn't know if it was kind of corny or dumb. And like I said in my last live, I believe, I really do need your guys' feedback. Like, if I know what you guys would like to see, or would like to do, or wouldn't like to do, then I can kind of know what direction to go in. Because I'm a very simple person, and my channel is just a hobby, nothing more. I mean, I've been on here for over a year now, and I'm still not at 500 yet. I hope to get there soon, but to me, it's just hanging out with a bunch of friends, talking about real life, helping each other out, showing kindness, and that's it. It's simple as that. That's how it is for me. And I know that's not something huge that people are going to be attracted to, because for some reason people are attracted to the drama and the hate, and just the nastiness. And I want to be as far away from that as much as possible. And, I know there's going to be people out there who don't like me, and that's cool. That's cool. I pray for them. I pray for them. But getting back, I was kind of thinking about doing like a support group. I remember one day being on Gypsies, and we were talking about depression and anxiety. And I know that is like, I think it's 1 out of 5 people deal with it, especially today. A lot of people deal with it. And we have to find ways of dealing with it in a positive way, you know? And I deal with it on a daily. I've dealt with it since, honestly, I can remember. The anxiety didn't come in until I was about mid-teens, but the depression has been there my whole life. And I would like to be able to support people who deal with the same thing. And I think that it would be awesome if people that are dealing with that could come together. We could come together, we could branch out and be a support for each other, because that's exactly what you need when you're dealing with those kind of things. You don't need to isolate yourself. You don't need to show it in a negative way to where it causes harm to yourself or to others. So if you guys are, willing to want to participate in something like that, please, I beg you, let me know. I love to be there and talk to people. If you need someone to pray for you, I would love to pray for you. If you're feeling down, you just need someone to talk to. I'm a very good listener. You're a very good listener. I give great advice. Now, taking it, now that's a different story, because I am kind of stubborn myself, But yeah, so those are a few ideas that I've been thinking about during my time down. Hello, Night Owl. It's so good to see you, sweetheart. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're staying warm. Um, I don't know if you got hit with that last storm. Um, but it is so really good to see you. And I'm so excited to see everybody here. Really, I love you guys, and I mean that. And I'm not just saying that. I probably won't get to meet half of you guys in my lifetime, but as long as I've been on here, as long as I've interacted with you guys almost on a daily, I feel that sense of connection, and that connection really does mean a lot to me. No, you don't take great advice. Angie, come on now. I know. She tells it like it is. Hey, I don't have a problem admitting to my flaws. I know what I need to work on. Did you get a lot of snow, Night Owl? Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, we're supposed to get another one, and I'm kind of hoping we skate by it like the last one, but I kind of have a feeling we're not gonna. As long as we don't get ice and it makes the roads really, really bad, then I guess I can handle it. I'll hug your neck one day. Aw, it might be in heaven, but I will. You got it, girl. You got it. I will see you one day, Mount Violet. Oh, that sounds good. I love the little bow tie noodles too. Hello, Ellen. Good to see you, sweetheart. I'm so glad you could come by. We're just talking. I'm starting to get a little better, and I missed you guys and wanted to see how you guys were doing. Had a few things to talk about, and that's about it. You're supposed to be getting a bit more, and yeah, I know, Brad. I know. I have a feeling that's how January is going to be. It's going to be one thing after another, you know. Although I'm quite surprised with all the rain that we have gotten so far this winter. It's just like wow. But it can't last forever. We're on our way to spring, and that's what we need to look forward to, even through all this cold nastiness. We know that spring's around the corner. And that's our hope, right? We know it's going to happen. So we gotta try to stay a little positive. I deal with the seasonal depression, and there's days where it's just like, ugh, I feel so blah. Like there's nothing in me to do anything, right? So we gotta know spring's around the corner. Couple more months. Colder than a dead man's bow. You got that right. Although I think that for us in Ohio next week they're calling for like 20s in the daytime as highs, and I'm like, "Oh god. I'm barely skating by with the 30s here and you're talking 20s." No. But hey, it's better than below temperatures, single digits, you know. Oh, is that what that is? Gypsy Appalachian terminology. I like it. Yeah. But yeah, anybody's welcome to come up if they want to say hi. -2. Yeah, but isn't that different, that girl? Like, cause you're over in UK, right? I know your guys' is like metric. What do you call it? Your the degrees are different, just like the your measurements, right? Too cold to think I move down south soon. Oh, right. I would love to, Brad. At least just for the winter. Oh, really? Yeah, I think that's what they're calling for here too, Angie. Everyone I know that strep throat. I know everyone. Everyone I know has strep throat on meds. I was around them all and went down to 3 days. Oh, good. Oh, man. I'm telling you what, like I said, Mount Violet, this has been like December, and now we have been just getting hit left and right with these viruses. I can't catch our breath, right? Well, I'm glad you're starting to feel a little better. Stay warm, sweetheart. Take your vitamins, plenty of fluids, take your meds. Hello, Mama, too. Good to see you here. I hope you are doing well today. I hope you are doing well. We're waiting for a bad weather. Oh, really? Well, with that temperature, I'm sure you are. Geez, if you don't have to go anywhere, Batgirl, stay inside. I am so glad I only get sick once every. Well, I tell you what, Brad, you're lucky. I've been trying to stay up on like the vitamin zinc and magnesium and all that. Try to keep my immune system up as well. Our natural for, yeah. Well, that's good. That's good. I know like chamomile tea and dandelion tea is real good. Mount Violet, put a little honey and lemon in there to help your throat. Wow. But yeah, if anybody would like to come up, please do. I love to hear your voice. Love to hear if you have anything coming up that you're working on that you might want to promote. I know Gypsy's been doing a lot of things on her channel. I love her channel. I just love listening to her giggle and talk. She's got a great sense of humor. Oh, really? Okay. That's good. Good to know. Garlic and banana, orange, and lime. Ooh, that's something else, Brad. That's something else. Yeah, I don't know. It's bad. I know I see like a lot of advertisement now for vaccines for the what is it, RSV, the respiratory upper infection that's been going on. My son got that over the holidays, and I'm telling you what, I have not seen that boy so sick in so many years. It was awful. And boy, was I praying to God that I didn't get it. Berries like blueberries, strawberry. Oh, I love berries, Brad. I love them. The only thing I can't do for some strange reason is like blueberries. If I do blueberries, it's got to be like mixed in with something. Like if I make a smoothie, I put a few of them in there, but to actually eat them, I can't get myself to. I don't know what it is because I love the flavor. But strawberries, raspberries, blueberries, elderberries, all those types of berries, I'm there for it. That is just a normal bad cold, the rhinovirus. Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's unbelievable. And, my son's still in school, so, whatever's going around at school, he brings home. And then my daughter works with the public, so whatever, she's around, it's just a continued cycle. I nebulized it mostly, but I take shots of it 4 times a day. Drank rabbit tobacco and wood tea for hours. I tell you what, Mount Violet, I think you would do great to start a channel with just doing your natural remedies because I think a lot of people could learn from that. A lot of people want to stay away from, medicine, and I think it would be great if you started a channel giving people remedies for things so that gives them an alternative. Yeah, berries are really good, Gypsy, especially your elderberries, your blueberries. Um, what else? I mean, they're all so good for you. And they are just statistics that make people yeah, right. I know. The only vaccine that I really do think I might get is for the shingles because I did have chickenpox as a child And I've known a lot of people who's had shingles, and they tell me how painful that is. Um, so that might be a vaccine that I do get. Yes, raspberries are very high. Oh, and pomegranate. It's not like a berry, but it is something that is very, very healthy for you. And I love pomegranate. Hello, beautiful Mad Hatter. Good to see you. I'm glad you can make it. Why not Mount Violet? Could you give me a reason? Because I don't know. You had shingles when you were in 3rd grade? Really? I didn't know you could get it that young. Wow. That's crazy. Then you would be okay to not get it. I'm confused. Did I miss something? Yeah, I love pomegranate. I like getting those every once. They're kind of expensive, but every now and then, if they're like on sale, those pom pom drinks. I wouldn't trust anything that government or Western Miss suggests. Yeah, I get you, Mount Violet. I get it. Yes, right TL nerve, if I remember correctly. Wow, that's crazy. I could not imagine being that young. So is wildflowers like yeah, dandelions are very good. Like I said, I think it would be amazing, Mount Violet, since you're so knowledgeable, in all these alternative medicines, um, that you would share with everybody, because I think that would really be important information to get out there. I had something to think about. I know, not everybody's cut out to do YouTube or whatnot. And you could just make short little videos. You don't have to do lives. You don't have to cam up. None of that. And as many people who know you, Mount Violet, I'm sure you would have a lot of good subs. And I would certainly promote it. Shingles is related to chickenpox if you had chickenpox. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I know. Y'all follow Dag and Stacy. I used to. I haven't seen their videos in a while. Um, I don't know. They do have a lot of good videos out there. I remember I think it was you, Mount Violet, that got me on to watching Doug and Stacy. Well, that's good, Batgirl, that you're probably too young. I mean, I don't know how old you are, but I would think you're probably too young. They're on every Sunday. Okay. I wonder why I don't get their notifications no more. I don't know. I might be subscribed to too many people. I have to go through and kind of weed it out. No way. You're not that old. 52 and you've never had chickenpox. Good for you. Wow, really? Man, that's awful, Brad. When chickenpox came out, my mom took me to the house to get them. Really? What to like? I don't understand that. I don't know. I was really little. I think I was like maybe 3 or 4 when I got the chickenpox, and all I can really remember is mom putting socks over my hands at night so I wouldn't itch. She did, really. So that helped. Kind of like um building up your immunity to it. Right. Yeah. I don't know. My mom said I was only 8. Really? Oh, okay, I get it. I got it. I don't know how I got mine. I had like the chickenpox and my tonsils taken out, I think in the first 5 years I was alive. I was a really sick kid though. So yeah, if anybody would like to come up, I'd love to hear from you. I- since I got some new people in here, um, I'll repeat myself. You had them twice, Moonray? Holy cow, I've heard of that happening. Wow, that's awful. But I'll repeat myself. Basically, I was thinking about doing a poetry live for those who are interested in literature and poetry. Um, Probably within the next couple of days. I'm not making any promises. I'm going to pull out some of my favorite uh, poem books, which I have a lot because I collect them. And I would like to come together and sort of like how we do lyrics to poetry, I would just like to share poetry. There's so much beauty in the written word. And even though I am not a good reader, I just never have been. I've had a learning disorder since I was little, and but I do my best. I don't let it stop me. I love the written word, and it's something I'm interested in doing. So it's there for anybody else who's interested in doing. I will give you a little bit of time's notice so that maybe you can get a few poems that either are your favorite, maybe poems that you've written yourself, which I would love to hear. And just, doing a live about it. Also, like I said earlier, a lot of people deal with depression and anxieties these days, and I deal with it on a daily. So it sounds kind of, I don't know what you want to say, corny, whatever, but I thought it would be nice to do somewhat of a support um, group like live where people could come together and talk about their depression and their anxiety, and think about ways to release that in positive ways to, you know, I don't know how to say it, to put your depression into something beautiful, um, and helpful, and not something that's going to hurt you or others. So that's another idea I've thought about. Really need some feedback on that. Um, what about the lyrics? Oh, we'll do it later on down the road, Brad. But we've never just had like a poetry night. Um, and if you wanted to slip in a lyric that meant a lot to you, far be it for me to say no to that, because I feel like a lot of music is poetry, really. Hello, Just Legs. Good to see you, sweetheart. What a better way than write them in poetry. Yes, exactly. When I was younger, before the fibro got to be a daily thing, that's how I would kind of release my feelings and depression, anxieties. I would release them in writing poems, stories. Listening to music is a great way to heal, to get through it. Um, and I think that it's very important to have support from others, really. I think, you know, in my opinion, really, um, helping others is what we're meant to do in one fashion or another. And I think that everybody has a talent, something to share, that could benefit other people. Um, yes, it's good for self care. It's good to care about yourself, and I'm trying to do that. I'm working on that. But I love helping others. That's just me. Well, I'm down. Oh, that's good to hear, Brad. Well, my poetry is pretty. Hey, poetry's poetry. Whether it's dark, light, you know, whimsical, fantasy, whatever. Kim, you are more than welcome to use any of my poems on my channel. There is one of them about PSD. Well, I appreciate that, Just Likes, but what I would really like is if you were to be able to come to my poetry live and share it with my channel coming from you. A positive energy channel is what is needed. Yes, I do believe so. I believe that we need to start helping each other. We need to start being there for each other, making each other laugh, um, good information to help each other, anything that is in a positive direction. Well, just like that, I can admit, yeah. As growing up on a farm, trust me, chickens can be scary. How did we get on chickens? And for people that are starting over in their lives, yes, exactly. Just like I've never been the type, when the New Year's comes, oh, my resolution is to do this because I never keep them. So I'm telling myself that I'm going to work on making myself better than I was the day before. I certainly got areas that I need to work on. And as long as I'm working on them, I'm putting one foot in front of the other, then it's progress. And that's where it begins. I never been around chickens or about them. Chickens got from a store. True story. Oh yeah? Supposed to say can be scary. Oh, but yeah, just like that would be amazing. I love that you love poetry. And PSD is another thing that a lot of us deal with. I deal with it. I've definitely been through a lot of traumatic times in life. And you know, I admit that in my past, I didn't cope with it in a healthy way. I tend to shove those memories way, way down and just block them because I didn't want to face them and I didn't want to think about them, you know. But there's a time that we have to. That's my way, Kim. I'm no better than anyone but myself. I can't be. That's right, Mount Violet. That's all we could do. All we could do is try every day to be better than the day before. And we're going to make mistakes. We're going to have setbacks. We're going to fall. We're going to stumble. It's about getting back up, brushing yourself off, and trying again. You know, like I said, we all struggle. I don't care, you're rich, you're poor. I don't care where you come from, where you've been. You know, we all struggle. And we all need that support. And if we could just kind of come together, be a listening ear, be there, be a shoulder for someone to cry on, for someone to just let out how they're feeling, then that's what I want to do. I want to help people as I am helping myself. Does that make sense? Why not do that? Why not spread that love and kindness and compassion? There's no need for anger, hate, and nastiness. And I'm sure that some of you just get so sick and tired of seeing it day in and day out. You know, I am. I sure am. Great. I recently wrote oh, really? I'm not going to put it on. Oh, I don't blame you. But if you like if you get it like on an app or something, oh, what is it? I can't even think. But if you could get a link to it, please feel free to share it. That way people can read it. If you do like a free online read, that would be wonderful. I wrote a child's book one time when I was younger. I'm not a story. I get too lost in the details. But that's wonderful, just legs. That's wonderful. Wait, great quote from Rocky. It is not about how hard you hit. It is about how hard you can be hit, and that's a good statement. Good statement. Oh my God, I am sick of mean, raunchy emos. Yeah, right, Night Owl? I'm just so tired of it. And it's like you can't like someone because another person doesn't like them, and then you get hate for it. I'm done with it. I'm gonna support the people I care about, who I like, I think are good people, and you don't have to agree with that. We don't always have to agree with each other. But let's not be so freaking judgmental. I mean, really, just stop. I am just me sometimes, raunchy. I know, Brad. You can get carried away sometimes, but hey, that's you. That's what makes you you. And that's okay. Like I said, we all have something that we can contribute to help others. So, any feedback, any ideas that you're hearing from me that I could do for everybody? Because this is not just my channel, you know, this is your channel. You guys are my friends. This is my time to hang out, to shoot the breeze, to talk about life, you know. So, any feedback, I'm telling you what, I would greatly be just appreciative, really. I like who I like, and I don't like who I don't like, but that's me. I don't expect people to do the same. If you're, that's right. Night Owl. That's right. And I don't care what anybody says about anybody in this chat. I like you. I care about you. I love you guys. And I'll support you. I did a video for my great grandchildren, so when I am done, like, aw, that's such a loving thing to pass on. And see, that's another thing is I don't think these people realize that their kids or their kids can go back and see what they did. And I certainly don't want to leave nothing like that behind for my kids to say, oh yeah, that's my mom, and hang their head, you know. So I want to show you guys just real quick, for those who wasn't here at the beginning, I want to show you Cushy's new intro for me. It's so funny. Okay, here it goes.
A few moments later.
What did you guys think of that? Is it Cushy so really talented? And that's like one of the things I'm talking about, if we just help people out, lend a hand in doing stuff that we know that we're good at, it supports everybody so we can be a better us. And Cushy, I'm telling you what, that girl's got talent coming out of her fingertips. And I really, really appreciate all the intros and outros that she's done for me. Hello, Brad. Hi.
Hi.
Hold on one second. Hello, Mermaid. Good to see you, sweetheart. It was so good to see that you went live, and I can't wait to your next one. So, Brad, how have you been?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. How was your Christmas?
It was good. I was definitely blessed to be able to see my family, have some good times and good food and a few presents under the tree. So it was awesome. How was yours?
Actually, it was pretty decent. I went to my little brother's and got to see my nephews and everything and just kind of hang out for a little bit.
That's great. Did you have some good food?
Oh, yeah. My little brother, I'll admit, he's a better cook than I am.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
What was your favorite thing? What was your favorite thing this Christmas?
well,
Food wise.
he made a very good roast beef, made an awesome turkey, made a good chicken. He can cook better than I can, but I got him on bacon, so it works out.
That's awesome.
So Yeah,
Okay.
it averages
Um,
out.
yeah. Well, I will definitely be there for you, Mermaid. If there is anybody in chat that is a moderator, could you please put Mermaid's link down in the chat for me? Oh, thank you, Mount Violet. Awesome. But so did you do anything for New Year's?
Yeah, I rang out the new year and brought in the new year by playing a video game.
There you go. Yeah, I had.
Unfortunately, I had to sell my system, but I did play it before I had to sell it.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
It's
I'm
life.
sorry. Hey, things come and go. It's not, to me, material things really don't make life. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I'm one of those people who can have a lot of stuff, or if I want to be extremely happy, I can just live in the woods with a tent and nothing else around me but a cell phone.
That's good. Yeah, I'm very thankful for everything I got. But I've never been the material type. You have a
I
good day,
went through a
Mama. Go ahead, hon.
I went through a phase where I was very materialistic, but that was back when I was 14, almost 15.
Well, that's kind of natural back, and during the teens, you kind of are just thinking about yourself, and it's sort of natural to be that way because you feel pressure from your other friends of what they got, and so that I can understand.
Well, when I say materialistic, I was spending $300 to $500 on a pair of pants, 8 to 2 grand on a shirt, thirty
Good
six
Lord.
hundred for a pair of shoes, and I was working for all the money.
Wow. I think when I started working when I was 15, but I did pay for like my class ring, my graduation pictures, cap and gown, all that crap. I paid for my first car. I think the most expensive thing I ever bought myself back then, I think I bought a pair of shoes for $90, which I thought was like, I mean, I'm talking back in the 90s to spend on a pair of shoes, I thought was a lot. And I think I only wore them a few times.
Yep, I started working at 8 and started buying my own toys that I wanted. And as I got older, got better paying jobs, started buying better stuff. But I also got into the illegal side of everything, so I was making insane amounts of money.
Oh,
So I spent insane amounts of money.
yeah,
I
well,
mean,
our financial state of mind ain't the best when we're that young.
well, when you grow up as poor as I did,
Mhm.
and then you go from having no money to having 10, 20,000 in your pocket.
Oh, heck yeah. I'd probably be the
You
same way
you
when I was
spend
that
a lot of
young.
money quick.
I've always been very poor. Like, back then, if I had $100 in my pocket, I thought, Psh, I'm rich, man. You know. Um,
Yep.
but when I did have money, I didn't splurge. I would splurge from time to time, of course, but a lot of my money went to my family to help them out.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I was helping out my mom, my stepdad, my little brothers, my little sister. But when I got out of the military, I went mercenary for a little bit, and I was wearing $10,000 handmade silk suits from Hong Kong. They were hand tailored to me. I was
Wow.
wearing $1,000 silk shirt, linen shirts that were made for me down in Barbados. I was going to the Caribbean every other weekend if I wasn't on a mission.
Hey,
I tallied it up, and in every 6 months, I was spending about $1.5 million
good night.
between
Wow.
living at a casino and gambling and everything. Yeah, it was about $1.5 million.
Yeah, like Mountain Violet says, sounds like you had more money than you had sense.
At the time, you're very right, Mountain. Very right. I had a lot more money than common sense.
I wouldn't know what to do with that kind of money. I honestly would make sure that everybody I loved was good, and then I think I would give the rest away. Because, like I said, I'm not a very material. Like, as long as I have what I need and maybe, a little bit of what I want, then I'm good,
Well,
I'm good.
one thing I did do that I consider good with the money is every couple of months I was writing a $60,000 check to the Cerebral Palsy Foundation.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
So my older sister's got cerebral palsy and she's got other issues, but because of that, and I've seen the good they try to do for people, I don't mind writing a check, giving money to them.
Oh
There's
no. I mean,
nothing
there's certain charities that if I could, I would even blink. I would just hand it over, because they need it.
like Wounded Warriors. I wrote Wounded Warriors a check for $4.8 million just to give it to them
Wow. Yeah,
because I knew they needed it.
right. I agree. I think there should be more help for the vets than what they're getting. Especially for the
Well,
ones that fought overseas for us.
well, as a vet, I can safely say this: we get shitted on by the government.
Oh, I know you
I
do,
mean,
honey.
we don't we
I
don't
know
get
a lot.
anywhere near what we should.
The one thing I cannot stand is the insurance that in the care that vets get. I think their care and insurance should be a hell of a lot more than what it is.
Especially when you got guys coming home missing part of their skull, missing limbs, having TBIs, which is traumatic brain injuries, missing legs. I mean, I don't go to the VA often, but even I'll go to the VA once in a while when my PTSD starts acting up too much. Or when my
Yeah,
Gulf War syndrome is really bothering me, then I'll go.
yeah,
Otherwise, other guys need it a lot more than me. I can walk, I can talk, I got both arms, both legs, I'm good.
right. Yeah. Mount Violet, that's how I am. I never wanted to be rich, and I know that's like weird for anybody these days to say. I would not want that for my life. I believe money is a tool to get what you need, but I believe that's all it is. It shouldn't be like something that you let rule your life. You know what I mean? If I came into money, like I said, I would make sure that I was okay, my family was okay, and I had what I needed, and the rest would go away.
I've lived in everything from the outhouse to the penthouse. And
See,
honestly, I
I
think
know.
money, I think not having money to an extent is better than having it,
Yes, I believe
because
so.
when you have it, everybody's wanting something from you. You can't really know who's your real friend just because you're a nice guy or they like you.
Yeah.
You gotta, you literally question everybody's motive. I mean, I was even questioning my own family's motive why they wanted to be around me.
Oh yeah, family's just as bad as anybody else, really. You know,
And granted,
I don't like the way money rules people. Like, you know, if you have someone that passes away in the family and they've got a will, the family just fights. All they do is fight over what's left, and it's like, what are you doing? You know? I
that's
just don't I don't get it.
that's what happened with my grandmother. I called her my nanny. When she passed, she had a will. There was certain things left for certain grandkids, and I was supposed to get her car, the home she lived in, and a bunch of her money. And my parents came in and took everything, sold everything, including items that were mine that were worth millions of dollars, like signed Cowboys footballs, signed Cowboys jerseys, signed jerseys by the cheerleaders.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I had helmets signed by them, and I'm not talking like, okay, just regular season ones. No, I'm talking about when they went to the Super Bowl. I had Troy Aikman, Emmett Smith, Jay Novacek. They all signed everything for me. One of the
What
footballs was a game ball.
what happened to all that?
My mom and my stepdad sold everything for $40,000.
Wow.
One football alone was worth 14.8 million.
They must have been in a tight situation, huh?
My stepfather likes to drink, and my mom's got her other issues. You know, she used to like to play the lottery and everything. And they racked up a lot of credit card debt, but they just did it because they knew it was mine and that I was supposed to get all of this, and they didn't want me to have it.
Oh, I see. I'm
So
sorry.
when I found out, the only thing I told him is I said, "Well, I hope you put the money to good use, and I'm not going to fight you on what her wishes were, because you know what? When you die and you see her again, you're going to have to explain to her why you did it, and she's not going to be happy."
Right. Well, that's true. That's true. Okay, Mount Violet, thank you so much for being here and spending a little bit of time with me. I hope you have a good night. And like I said, think about doing a channel, you know. I think you have a lot of good information that could help others.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I like to have fun in my lives. That's why when I go live, I always make it something fun. You know,
right.
I try to do my lightheartedness with my lives, and my videos I'm very serious on.
Uh-huh.
Mainly because, well, running for president, you gotta be serious.
Well, yeah. Yeah, you do. That's for sure. No, I
So
just wanted I've been down for over a week. I was diagnosed with something new and it's starting to get better. It's still there a little bit. And I wanted to jump on here and see you guys. I'm really, really glad that you were able to come by, Brad, because I'll tell you what, I felt like crap. I
no
really did.
problem.
I'm like, are you kidding me? I just missed another. Oh my God. I was
No
like,
problem. I've missed so many of yours and felt like lower than well shit at the bottom of the Leviathan Trench because of it. So
yeah.
it
Well,
happened.
it was not intentional. Just know that it really wasn't.
Oh, I
I've
know. I
been
know.
I've been going down this rabbit hole for the last week and a half since I've been sick, and I can't get enough. There's a channel called Explore with Us, and all they do is interrogation videos.
Yeah,
And
I had to stop watching them because it was bringing back a lot of unpleasant memories for me. I'll put it that
oh
way.
well, yeah, I can understand that then. I just find it fascinating, like what brings people to do such evil things, you know. I have my opinion on it, but
Well,
welcome back, Chris. Good to see ya.
some
Oh, go
people
ahead.
do evil because they have evil in their heart, and some people do evil because they're being ordered to do evil.
Right. And I do think sometimes that people get in situations and something happens, it's an accident, and they panic and they just dig themselves a deeper hole,
Yeah, they
you
double
know.
down on it and hope no one will know. And yep.
Right. But what kills me the most is seeing these parents killing their kids or these little kids. I was watching some that were 13 to 15-year old killing their family, killing their parents. And I mean, at 13, I can't even imagine to this day what it would be like. I couldn't do it. I could not kill anybody. I don't care. I don't care. The only way I could shoot someone is if it was to defend a family member or myself or someone I
Well,
love. That's the only way I
I
could
can
shoot someone.
I can say this, Kim. I never thought that I could pull the trigger on someone. However, at 11 years old, I found out differently because
Oh, okay.
I was protecting someone who was younger than me, and I pulled the trigger, and I didn't miss. That's also when I learned I have a innate ability with weaponry
Oh, I see.
because I didn't think I just started fighting and grabbed the weapon after they dropped it and didn't even think about it, just fired, and I hit them.
Wow.
And they weren't surviving it. I hit them dead center in the heart. And then when I
Now
went
did
overseas, it
uh-huh.
was just I went overseas. I wasn't protecting anyone other than men that were older than me or my age,
Uh-huh.
and I found out that taking a life isn't hard if you know the reasons why you're doing it. What's hard
Right.
is living with it after it's done.
Yeah, I would say that would be. I could not bring myself to do it unless it was life or death, you
Well, see,
know.
that's what I'm trying to say is we never know what we can do unless we're put in that position.
Right, yeah, that's true. That's true.
And
And I thank
unfortunately,
God in that situation, thank God.
unfortunately, my whole life I've been in that position.
Mm,
Well, I had to fight for myself, fight to defend someone, and that's just been my entire existence. And it's not a good existence. It's the amount of bullshit that I got to deal with on a daily basis isn't good. Most people would just run screaming into the woods somewhere or in front of a train.
well, then you gotta work on changing that, Brian.
Well,
Unless you want to keep that existence, you
no,
know.
that's why now I try to help people out, but I try not to get involved in people's personal business unless I'm asked to, and it's a good reason.
Right. You got to learn to choose your battles, but you got
Oh
to
yeah.
look out for yourself, really, too.
Growing up, I was angry at the world for everything that was going on, and I had no control over it. Nowadays, I got control of what I fight for, what I don't, and unfortunately for someone recently within the last week, I found out I'm still pretty good with my hands.
Oh, okay.
But you don't have a woman say, "Okay, we're done. You're a psycho," because she was dating a friend of mine was dating this guy. She found out
Uh-huh.
that he was just out there, which she
Uh-huh.
can deal with. But when he laid hands on her and threatened to kill her kids,
Oh,
she
my.
she broke it off with me, and this guy was sitting outside of her house with a rifle and handguns, and she called me, and I walked up, and I didn't say nothing to him. I just put my fist through his car window and pulled him out,
Wow.
and proceeded to start stomping and stomping and stomping. And honestly, if it hadn't been for the cops showing up, I would have killed him.
Well, I'm glad they did, but
I'm glad the cops knew me to where I didn't get any charges.
that too. You got to be careful, Brad, about that. You don't need charges. You don't need one incident to make your future. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, well around here,
Yeah, I understand why you did it, but like in situations like that, I think what I would have done was call the cops.
well she did call the cops, but she called me first because she knew that I can react faster than the cops, and the time was it mattered. Because when
Right.
I put my hand through his window, I seen him leaning back with a rifle up to his shoulder, and it was aimed right at her front window. So he was fixing to squeeze off, and he didn't get a chance.
Well, I'm glad he didn't. I'm glad you were there to protect her.
And
But you really,
thankfully,
oh,
the cops in this area, they know that I've changed. I'm not the hot-headed kid I used to be. So
right. That's
if
good.
if they're called because I'm fighting someone, generally there's a real good reason for it. So they'll
Right.
they'll get me to stop, they'll get me to calm down, and then they'll ask me, "Why did you do this? What's the reason behind it?"
Mm-hmm.
And generally I let them know. Well, this like with this guy, I said this guy had his rifle up to his shoulder, fixing to shoot through her window. She called me. You know me, I'm not going to let that slide. I mean, I'm originally from Texas. So I did what I had to do. And the cops
Yeah.
were like, well, okay, it falls under the defense of third person law, so you're good to go.
Well, thank God for that. And
Oh,
hopefully
yeah.
that guy pays for what he was, trying to do.
He's sitting in jail right now on 5 counts of stalking, 8 counts of menacing, possession of illegal possession of firearms by a felon,
Wow.
attempted murder, conspiracy to commit murder because he had gotten the gun off a friend of his,
Uh-huh.
and like 9 other charges.
Sheesh.
And it's an election year for the DA.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, he's done.
Good, good. They don't need people like him on the streets.
No, especially considering the DA in this county, her name is Susan Mallory. And the way she came into office is she campaigned against domestic violence.
Oh, I see.
So
So
he
that's
really messed up.
yeah, that's a strong point for her.
So, as a
Woo.
matter of fact, she's been trying to get me as part of the domestic violence program.
Oh, okay.
Even though she doesn't like me, she respects what I can do, and she's trying to get me as part of their program just to walk around where the DV shelter is and make sure no one's bothering anyone.
Well,
So,
hey, respect goes a long way, you know.
oh yeah, I told her, I said, Susan, I do that anyway. I can't sleep at night. I walk around Cobblestill anyway. I'm already doing that. You ain't got to pay me.
But hey, if you do, thank you.
Well, I also will go and if there's a child abuse case or a child sex abuse case, and the kid's afraid to go to court by themselves, I'll go with them. I'll
Oh,
dress
okay.
up in my leather jacket and everything, and I'll go with them.
Uh-huh.
And when I do, they see that I'm carrying a knife or two on me, and they know that anyone who wants to get to them has got to get through me, and I'm not exactly an easy customer to fight. So,
Right. So yeah, like I said, I just gotten myself into a rabbit hole. A little self promotion that if you like that sort of thing, I know you don't, but if others do, Explore with Us is a good channel for that kind of stuff. I get fascinated with true crime. Actually, that's how I started out on YouTube, was true crime. How I ended up here, beats me, but this is where it ended up as, and I'm happy for it. I had to go through quite a bit to get where I'm at, and you know, well, Brad, I do this just as a hobby. If I put the effort into it, I could have probably a much bigger channel. But I just like to hang out with you guys. I mean, really, that's gives me something to do. I like talking with you. I like to help others in any way. And
well,
so
I
it's hard on me because, people don't always understand that people like me with serious health problems can't always be consistent. For me, winter is like so bad. Like it's always one thing after another for me. But I do try to do as much as possible.
I
And
will.
I don't care if your poetry is dark. Um, I would love to hear it anyways. Really, poetry is poetry, and I love the written word.
Yeah,
You
but
know.
when I say it's darker than Edgar Allan Poe.
Well, you have read me some of that Russian poetry. That was pretty dark.
It's darker than that. It makes that look like a light-hearted poem.
Really. Oh
Yeah,
my.
that
Well,
that's
well,
why I say
maybe,
it's dark.
well, maybe just use your common sense on what you want to read and share. You know, we don't need to, get too dark, but I like anything really. And I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, but hey, it's my channel. If I want to do something, I'm gonna try to do it. But I really do. I need feedback from everybody, and I don't understand why that's so tough. Like people are quick to uh, say negative things, but constructive criticism is always welcome. Ideas are always welcome. Um, you know,
Well, you know
so
me, I'm down for anything involving you because you're such an awesome person and you help me out so much that I'm like, you know what? Anything and I'm there.
Well, I certainly appreciate it. I really do. Um, but yeah, I just wanted this to be a short live, honey. Um, I did unsubscribe to you and subscribe, so hopefully now I'll start getting notifications when you do go live.
Well, I'm gonna try to go live around 8 o'clock. I gotta make
8?
dinner. Then I'm gonna try to go live around 8.
Okay, okay, so 8 o'clock I'll definitely be near my phone and watching to see if you're live.
Okay,
But
but I gotta go because I do have to go make dinner.
okay, hon. Well, I'll see you here in a little while. Have a good dinner. And thank you for coming up and talking with me.
No problem. I enjoy it. Thank you.
Awesome. Awesome. All right, guys. Like I said, I just wanted a quick live. And please, again, feedback. I need feedback. I like to know what you guys would be interesting in doing. Like I said, I want to do a poetry live. I would like to do like maybe start a support group for people who deal with depression, anxiety, PSD, any of that. We all need support. We all need each other. And um, I really think helping each other in any way, shape, or form is a good thing. Okay, Batgirl. It has been a while since we've had a trivia night. We could do that. Certainly. Certainly. There for a while, that's pretty much all I was doing, and I just kind of got like, I've kind of felt like people are getting tired of it. And like, a lot of times I don't have a lot of people that want to participate. So it makes it hard to get a game going if you don't have enough people to play. But yeah, we could do a trivia night soon. I think those are good ideas. And thank you, Moon Rain. I appreciate that. But I am going to say goodnight. I really do appreciate each and every one of you guys that came by and spent your time with me. I am so happy to see you. And yeah, I will see you in the next one. And I'm sure I'll see you around here and there. You'll see me. So I am going to send you off with another awesome, what am I doing here? With another awesome video that my friend Cushy made. But yes, I love you guys. Please be a little kind. Doesn't matter how small, doesn't matter how big. Helping others, supporting them. That's what it's about. All right. I'll see you guys in the next one.
3 hours later.